All right, this is a little tutorial on how to make wrinkles, kind of the do's and don'ts about wrinkles. The colors that you're going to want to use are like 3 to 4, if you want to be really, really old, 5 to 6 shades lighter than your foundation and darker than your foundation. And the other thing is you want some really good brushes that are nice and thin, because a wrinkle consists of a line of shadow and a line of highlight right next to each other and really, really thin. So let's talk about the steps. The first step is finding the spot for your wrinkle. The best place to put a wrinkle is where a wrinkle is or where it's going to be. So I have a couple of wrinkles on my hand, and so that's what I wanted to do. So the next step is to do a thin line of highlight and a thin line of shadow. So I'm going to do that right here. Thin line. Now if you'll notice, I use the thin side of the brush and not the thick side. And I'm going to want to put the highlight as close to it as I can, right next to it. Now, the last step is to blend. Now, this is kind of important what this means. You don't want to blend away your wrinkle. What you basically want to do, if there's any spots that are just like too white, you want to blend away from the center so that there's no like really, really white spots. Okay. Okay, I just blended a little. And same with if there's any like really, really dark spots. Okay, that's how you make a wrinkle. Now let's talk about some no-nos. What you don't want to do when you are making a wrinkle is make your lines too thick. If you make your lines too thick, that doesn't look like a wrinkle. It looks kind of like war paint. So we don't want to do this. The other thing we don't want to do is when we blend, that blend step, we don't ever want to blend them like into the middle, because then what happens is we lose our line completely. Okay, if we do blend, we always want to blend out so that that line where the shadow and the highlight meet is always really crisp. So not too fat. We don't want to blend together. If we do blend, we always want to blend away from the center. And then the last thing is we don't ever want to put wrinkles where there's not going to be a wrinkle, or if it's wrong. So if you could, can you see that when I do this with my hand, I have some wrinkles? Can you see that? Okay. So let's say, look at this wrinkle right here. If I want to do that wrinkle, I want to put it right on there. It'll look very silly if I do this. And then when I do my wrinkle, it's in the wrong spot. That's no bueno. So, once again, we want to find the wrinkle. We want to put nice thin lines. And then if we are going to blend, if we do need to blend, we blend out from the center and not like that. And that is how to make wrinkles.
And